The following is a presentation of the Vol Network. Closed captioning provided by the University of Tennessee full-time MBA program. Learn, transform, lead. It all starts here. This is Tennessee.
I want the whole city of Knoxville to know that it's football time in Tennessee.
A passion that knows no equal. The heart and soul of the Volunteer State.
Show me you want to run the football.
Handoff gets to the outside. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow.
For the next 60 minutes, you're tuned to Vol Network coverage of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Football rewards those who wear your opponent out psychologically and physically.
The most celebrated of traditions.
When you step on the field, there must be a sense of purpose.
The pass is going to be caught. Unbelievable catch. Bang, he goes down back at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. I've been waiting for this one.
Touchdown, Tennessee to Pick Howard.
I want to win for you.
Welcome to the Butch Jones Show, hosted by Tennessee head football coach Butch Jones and the Vol Network's Bob Kessling. Brought to you by the Big Orange Debit Card, only from the official bank of the Vols, First Tennessee. By your local Ford dealer, Tennessee Saturdays, built Ford tough. By Dish, never miss a moment of Vol action. Catch the Vols on Dish, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics. By Farm Bureau Insurance, with agents in more communities than any other insurer, Tennessee turns to Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. Now, the Butch Jones Show.
Tennessee-Georgia series has a long history of twists and turns and close games and unusual plays, and had one on Saturday where it went down to the last possession, but Georgia prevailed 35-32. But your team fought back time after time after time.
Well, I thought we showed some resiliency and some perseverance, and these players keep fighting right to the end. Now it's taking the next step, and we spoke about it after the Oklahoma game as well, as impactful plays, finding ways to impact the game, closing games out on the road. And when you go on the road, the margin of victory is very, very small. And again, you know, a game can be decided by 2 to 3 plays, and there was a number of them. But again, hopefully Vol Nation can see the progress that this football team is making, the resiliency, the passion to represent University of Tennessee. We're going to be a good football team, Bob, and we're going to get this program back to national prominence, and it's everything we spoke about at the beginning of the year. It's growing stages, and everyone's going to have to be patient because we're building a football program and a football team. We're raising it, but the standard and expectation at the University of Tennessee never changes. We expect to win every time we step on the football field.
You've been very complimentary to your quarterback, Justin Worley, and in the third quarter he goes out with an injury, then he comes back and almost leads you to victory. Another courageous performance by him.
Well, again, I keep using the word gritty. You know, he's an individual that went in. Jason McVan, our training staff, did a great job. He comes back out and he wants in the game right away and leads us down. And, you know, those are things that what it takes to play winning football at the quarterback position. He leads us in a 1-minute drill on the road. I believe there was 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the first half. Jason Crew makes a great play of the ball in the air, and then obviously at the end of the game as well.
What was Worley's injury exactly?
It was kind of a weird deal. It was on his left elbow, and he got punctured with something, and he was bleeding all over. And so they did a great job of cleaning it up, and he wanted to get back in the game, and that was great to see. Our players believe in him.
Indeed. But again, it came down to crucial mistakes on the road, and you can't have those to win.
Well, you can't. You can't turn the football over. And, you know, we have the one fumbled exchange between the quarterback and running back. You can't do that. We're almost in field goal range. And then obviously the catastrophic turnover. And that's the big thing for a young football team, is understanding you can't have catastrophic turnovers. We gave them 7 points. On the flip side, our defense does a tremendous job of generating 2 turnovers, and we don't convert those into points. And again, those are the little differences between winning and losing. But again, we're #1 in the country defensively in third down conversions. We were able to get off, off the football field, which is great to see. We have 2 of the top 3 tacklers in the conference conference with A.J. Johnson. Now Jalen Reeves-Maybin starting to exert himself as an upper-tier linebacker in this conference. And again, it's just learning how to close games out. But Matt Darr is another individual we challenged all week in the punting game. I looked out in the football field at one time with our punt team, and we had 8 first- and second-year players, 5 of them first-year players again, and they're making plays, which is great to see. You look at Todd Kelly Jr., you know, again, another interception, playing well on special teams. Aaron Medley, 46-yard field goal in a hostile environment. So these are all great positive teach points as we move together. Josh Malone had 5 receptions. Ethan Wolf, you can see he adds another dynamic to the offense. And then Daniel Helm, we got him involved as well.
Yep, so a lot of players contributed. It was a battle against Georgia. We'll take you behind the scenes next here on the Butch Jones Show.
It's time to honor the Adidas Vol Scholar of the Week. This week we recognize Marquez North. The sophomore wide receiver is currently pursuing a degree in political science.
At a young age, my mom preached academics. Just try to put the same time as you put in sports and in school, just the work ethic, going to class with a purpose. I would say it's a broad major. You can go into anything after college with it, kind of. It's interesting to me just because I like politics.
Hurley stands in there, looks, fires long down the left sideline. That pass is going to be caught down at the 25-yard line. The pass complete to Marquez North.
North chose political science because of his keen interest in current events.
Oh yeah, I get into the CNN, just knowing what's going on in the world around you. Just know how neighboring nations are. I just like how politicians think. Try to think of a broader aspect.
Congratulations to this week's Vol Scholar of the Week, presented by Adidas, the official footwear and apparel provider of the Vols.
Down at the dock back then.
And now we're on to the great challenge of going on the road in Sanford Stadium. And our young football team's going to find out what life is in the SEC with the grind that we're about ready to embark on.
My last time playing in their stadium, my last time being able to play Georgia. At the end of the day, we compete, and I'm trying to win.
And we're going on there with a road focus. Trying to come out on top, and like I said, it's always good to play in your home state and all, but we're competitive. We're not really worried about being friends on the field. We can talk and hang out and do all that after the game, but while we're on the field, we're competing and we're trying to get a W.
Again, Tennessee goes on the road. You get set to go to Georgia, second straight road game. Talk about the preparation going on the road and the fact that only 13 of the players on the team had played at Sanford Stadium before. That shows you how young you are.
Well, again, everything is about preparation. We take great pride in our preparation, and it starts on Monday. And again, we've revamped our whole week schedule. And Monday's a very, very intense practice. And we talk about road focus. We show them a video of Sanford Stadium so they kind of have an idea in their mind to really kind of get their mind prepared throughout the course of the week. I always like to go to the stadium before the game on Friday just so they have kind of some familiarities when we hit there, where the locker rooms are, all that. We didn't have that luxury. We actually stayed about an hour outside of Sanford Stadium, so it's a long bus ride. But these individuals are learning again, and it's been a very good process. But now it's making those plays on the road to close these games out.
And also on this road trip, you play everybody. You take 70. That's an SEC rule, and you played over 60 of them in the game.
Yeah, the mid-60s, and everyone has a role on the sideline. And you look at Kenny Bynum. Kenny Bynum did not play in the game, but he's our backup PP on punt. He was giving me the looks after every single punt, and that's teamwork. That's what we're talking about. And again, this is a close-knit team, and we all work together, and all 70 have a critical role in winning when we take the road.
Come back, we'll have a feature on Tennessee defensive tackle Jordan Williams and more here on the Butch Jones Show.
They'll try Hurd up the middle. Hurd is going to be stuffed. He fights close to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee! Mason steps up, fires, intercepted at the 47-yard line. Yes! Touchdown, Tennessee! Going up, makes the interception. Fires, pass, back corner of the end zone is caught. Touchdown!
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Verizon, America's largest and most reliable network. Verizon, official wireless provider of the Tennessee Volunteers. By UT Medical Center, Tennessee's hospital. UT Medical Center, wisdom for your life.
by the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
And by Food City, the tailgating headquarters of Vol fans everywhere. Food City, value every day.
Well, every week before road games, Coach Jones likes to put together a little video, kind of the atmosphere, chants the crowd does, just kind of different camera shots of the field so that when the team gets there, it feels like they've been there, they're not surprised by anything. He's real big on having no surprises and being well prepared. And so it shows the team like what it's going to be like, what they chant, what the different angles are and everything, so they're never surprised by anything.
Show of hands of how many guys have been in Sanford Stadium. Quick show of hands. Sanford Stadium.
I think the road focus video is real good, especially for guys that haven't been in stadiums of that such. So it gives you an idea of what to expect, and you can see it before we go out there.
I feel like anywhere we go, I mean, it's just another place to play, and it's just another environment.
I want to ask you, what did you do today to prepare yourself for battle on Saturday? What did you do today before walking in here? What did you do today to prepare yourself for battle on Saturday? And you answer that question. And if you don't like the answer, because you know you didn't do anything, you just tried to survive the day, you better fix it if you want to be elite.
My edge this week was coming off of a bye week. I wanted to use that week because I know they were preparing for another team, but I wanted to use that week to prepare for them and this week. So I've had 2 weeks to prepare for Georgia, and they've only had 1 to prepare for me. So I feel like that's my edge this week.
Give me a line drive. Give me a line drive. Drive it in there. Drive it in there.
We get on the road, going there for a purpose. No vacation time at all. You know, we going there for a mission, and our job is to accomplish the mission.
Barrett, now you're going too slow. You're going too slow. You're going too slow. Keep your pace.
You do not like surprises on Saturday, so you prepare your team for almost every single thing that could possibly happen during a game.
Well, that's the role of a head football coach, and that's why I love coaching and being the head football coach here, is you have to prepare your players. You're preparing 17 to 22-year-olds for everything. I'm a big believer in the mental approach, getting your mind right, getting into that game-type state of mind, and it starts with your week of preparation. And every great corporation, every great company, every great football team, they speak the same language. They're all fully aligned. And the exciting thing, and hopefully everyone can see, is who you talk to in our football family, they all speak the same language. You just heard Kurt Magid, you heard Jordan Williams as well talking about that. And again, that's part of the older players also talking about that.
And speaking of Jordan Williams, Rick Russo has a profile of the Tennessee defensive tackle.
Gets it, back to throw. Sets up, pressure. Gonna be sacked back at the 17-yard line.
Leadership is bestowed upon those who have earned it, and there is no question that through his diligence and sacrifice, that Jordan Williams is the leader of the Tennessee defensive line.
He's one of my favorites. He's energetic, always got a smile on his face. I think he has a special role in our room in that he's our only senior. Every day he has to have juice, he has to be the leader, he has to be ready, because they're all looking to him, and he's doing a great job.
I see him on the field, he's passionate, he's flying around and making plays. And the impact that the younger guys will see from him is his commitment level. He's committed to being a better player than he was yesterday, and his passion for the game and how unselfish he is. He's not someone that's worried about how many reps he get or how many tackles he get. He does his job and does his job well.
The thing is, I feel like it's a lot easier leading younger guys, because when you got a lot of older guys, everybody has their own opinion and everybody has different ways they want to take things, and everybody can't follow one path. But I mean, when you have a few older guys, I mean, it's a lot easier and everybody's going in the right direction. We just follow the coach.
Changing positions in football is never easy, especially when that change involves putting on 25 pounds. But when the Tennessee coaching staff asked Jordan to move inside to defensive tackle, they knew he had the ability and also the heart to pull off the transition.
We asked him to take on the role of playing tackle, to put on more weight. He willingly took that challenge, and that's a difficult world where he's playing defensive tackle. In my estimation, is the hardest job on the football field.
I think he accepted that role and took it well. He gained a lot of weight, and he still moves well, and every small thing he needs to work on, he always asking Coach, how can he get better? So from his hands to his feet to his eyes, he's been working a lot.
I was about 260 when they asked me to go ahead and make the transition, and I thought it'd be easy. I love to eat and stuff like that, but when it's actually a deadline you got to meet, like it gets pretty tough. I mean, putting on 25 pounds isn't easy, but I mean, I got it done.
Being a Tennessee Vol is about more than just donning that orange power tee every Saturday. It's about living up to a tradition of talent at a venue which is just as much a part of that Big Orange legacy.
Oh yeah, I mean, we got big shoes to fill. I mean, we got Leonard Little, Big John Henderson, Reggie White. I mean, big shoes to fill. But I mean, it's great playing here. We have great fans. It's a crazy feeling. Look up and seeing 100,000 people screaming your name. Especially, I mean, you ever make a big play or anything like that, it's an unreal feeling. But it's just something definitely I'm gonna miss. But I mean, it's something I appreciate every weekend.
For the Butch Jones Show, I'm Rick Rousseau.
You know, Jordan's a good example of whatever makes the team better is what I'm going to do.
Exactly right. He's playing winning football for us and adding those 25 pounds. And we have a weekly goal weight each and every week. And they have to weigh in at the beginning of the week and at the end of the week. And he's also leading. And he's a great character, young man. Very proud of him, how far he's come in a very short 2 years. But, you know, he also spoke about all the great players that have played here. And we talk about earning the right, but earning that jersey. You got to earn that jersey, the opportunity to put that Tennessee jersey on each and every week.
And Jordan Williams is doing that. Now here's the Media Mash with Sarah Mitchell.
This week in social media, we saw lots of babies, orange outfits, and throwback game day pictures, but only one license plate. That's right, Tracy T posted this picture with the message that she can't get a Tennessee tag in Mississippi, but she got lucky anyway. Thanks for repping Team 118 on the road. And it must have been baby announcement week on Rocky Top. Thanks to Paul Pittman and Gump Nabel for your creative and quite adorable baby Vol announcements. For all of you Big Orange grooms-to-be, take note of this incredible wedding cake that Josh Trammell posted. Congratulations on your marriage, and may you and your bride always wear orange. Dave Draper tweeted that Hank was upset he didn't see himself in the last Media Mash. Well, Hank, I just can't deny that face. Enjoy your spotlight. Brian Butler said, being a Tennessee fan and living only 30 minutes from Athens can be tough, but he and his family cheered on the Vols extra loud yesterday. And one more congratulations to Wendy Harmon, who showed off her Tennessee pride in this high school senior photo shoot. Next weekend, we're back in Neyland Stadium, and we want to see your excitement and support of Team 118. Tweet me at SarahUTK using hashtag MediaMash for your chance to be on next week's show. Don't go away, the Butch Jones Show will be right back.
Time now for Fueling Tennessee, presented by Humana, your health partner for life.
Manny, you're a guy that has to gain weight, right?
Yes.
How much weight have you gained since you've been here?
33 pounds.
What is one of the hardest things about gaining weight?
I would have to say eating throughout the day.
Eating throughout the day. So snacking, not really sure when you're gonna get something, that sort of thing, right?
Yes.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna make your own trail mix.
Nice.
So trail mix, we can make that's high in calorie, has good protein sources, good carbohydrate sources, and still fun, tastes good, all that good stuff. Here we have a few protein sources. We have cashews, honey roasted peanuts, and almond slices. Then we have a lot of carbohydrate sources. You have your dried fruit, which is high in calories, which you need. And then we have some of our fun stuff. We have yogurt covered and chocolate covered craisins, and then we have some M&Ms, which you can never go wrong with M&Ms. I want you to just pick the things that you like, and you put that in your bag. So trail mix doesn't have to be something that you already buy in the store. It can be something that you make on your own.
Well, I'll definitely choose this.
The goldfish pretzels, good choice. And you don't have to put all of them. If you really like those, you can use them all. You can make it however you want. What else? The apples, dried apples. So today was the first time you ever had dried apples,
Yes.
right? We're trying new things and we're liking it. We need to have a protein source.
I love that.
There we go. So there's a protein source. So mix that up. You have a perfect snack to take with you all day long. And right there, I mean, about a quarter cup of that is gonna be 140 calories, which is a lot.
For me.
That is fantastic for you. Perfect, thank you, Manny. Keep plugging away at your weight gain.
Gotcha.
It's interesting. You see guys carrying these little bags around the complex all the time, knowing they've got to keep their body fueled.
Well, it's about the overall development, not just during in-season, but off-season as well. Emmanuel Mosley's a big part of that. When you look at the results, and again, Allison does a great job with her creativity, but also when you let the players pick what they want to eat, they're going to eat it. Our biggest challenge is getting Coach Fair away from the trail mix and understand he's a coach now and not a player.
He punishes it, doesn't he? He does. Now it's time to take a look at one of the Tennessee freshmen as Danny Kleppinger has a look at Todd Kelly Jr.
Todd Kelly Jr. bought into the program from the very beginning. A deep respect was quickly formed with his position coach, Willie Martinez.
Coach Martinez loves to win, and you want a coach that loves to win. So I can see that he produces great athletes and great players, and he's a great guy, and he loves us all, and we love him.
Under the direction of Coach Martinez and Coach Jones, TK has learned the value of great effort.
Here, you have talent all across the board, and your effort makes you right when you're wrong. So you're going to mess up at times, but if you give your all and show great effort, then you're going to make some plays.
The freshman made one of those big plays in his first game as a Vol. A fumble recovery on a kickoff return against Utah State set the Vols up for their second touchdown of the game.
Well, I was running down, I'm the 8 on kickoff, so was to forward and just wait for something to happen just in case I need to make a tackle. And AJ busted his butt down there and made a play for us, and really all I did was jump on the ball, but when I saw the ball, I felt like it was there for about 10 seconds. I was just looking at it, I was like, are you serious? Is this about to happen? And then watching the film, I noticed I didn't slow down or anything, so I think my mind was just racing, but it was an awesome experience, and I'm glad I got on that ball.
Todd Kelly Jr. is one of 7 legacy players on the Vols roster. His father, Todd Kelly Sr., was an all-SEC defensive end for Tennessee, and his career for the Orange and White sets an example that his son aims to follow.
He was a good player. He worked hard, and he actually didn't end up starting until his senior year while he was here. So, his first 3 years, he just worked his tail off to become the best player he could be. So, it's kind of motivation for me to just work hard because, it's a long process. It's just my freshman year, but at the same time, I want to improve each and every year, and by my senior year, be one of the leaders on this team.
Tennessee is in his DNA, and Todd Kelly Jr. is proud to wear the Power Tee.
It's a privilege and a blessing. It's always been my dream to play for the University of Tennessee ever since I was a kid. Growing up in Knoxville, watching the Volunteers, I used to come see them practice and think about how big they were and how fast they were. And now I think that I'm one of those guys, and I see kids on the sideline, I kind of think of myself and just, I'm so amazed that it's finally happened, but it's here, and I have to embrace it and, make sure I make everybody proud.
For the Butch Jones Show, I'm Danny Kleppinger.
He's making an improvement every game, isn't he?
Well, you can see it, and he's playing with great confidence, again, impacting the game not only on special teams now, but on the defensive side of the ball. And you can see the pride that he has to represent this storied program. And again, his father's done a great job of really mentoring him on Tennessee, but it really starts with Miss Renee, high school principal in town, and they've done a great job. And they've been extremely supportive of us since we arrived in Knoxville, and we're very proud to have them as members of our football family.
When we come back here on the Butch Jones Show, we'll talk about the Orange Swarm.
Time out to check the stats. Brought to you by Dish.
Tennessee's defensive tradition was forged by Hall of Famers, from Bob Suffrage to Doug Atkins and Reggie White. But it was a group of 21st century Vols that set the all-time sack record for the Big Orange.
Hey, sack!
Check the stats. The 2000 edition of Tennessee Defense holds the record for most sacks in a season with 50. Anchored by John Henderson and Will Overstreet, with a little help from Albert Haynesworth, it's no wonder this group still remains at the top of the Tennessee record book.
Check the stats. Never miss a moment of Vol action. Watch live TV wherever you are. Learn more at dish.com/Vol. Catch the Vol on Dish.
The Butch Jones Show is being delivered by UPS. Let UPS put the power of logistics to work for you. Visit thenewlogistics.com. By Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere. By Eastman Chemical Company, promoting sustainability. Remember, good sports always recycle. And by TRH Health Plans. We've got you covered. Get a rate quote online at trh.com or at your local Tennessee Farm Bureau office.
Orange Swarm is flying. It's flying to the ball, hits on the ball carrier, and it's having fun. It's like bees flying around some honey, you know, just having fun.
Handoff tailback up the middle. He didn't get there. And Tennessee will take over in Utah State territory.
Orange Swarm is just a physical, tenacious football team, defense that just swarms to the ball.
When you got all 11 guys to the football, I mean, that's special.
That's our identification. That's our staple, really. So we want to be known as, and so we work on in practice to fly around to the ball, get 11 hats to the ball carrier every time.
We preach it every day, and it's kind of a thing that you say every day. It's in your mind, Orange Swarm, Orange Swarm. And you live up to that, and it goes out there hand in hand on the field.
Flying around with the football, A.J. Johnson did that on Saturday, 17 tackles.
17 tackles in his usual performance. And again, it's consistency in performance. He does that every day in practice. And we talk about Orange Swarm, that's building an identity. You know, that's building a mindset where they can visualize. We don't like to say run to the football, swarm to the football, because in your mind, when you think of swarm, you think of everyone swarming to the ball. It's an identity, it's ball disruptions, and it's something that we talk about each and every day.
Had a big part of the Tennessee family on the sideline. Peyton Manning was there at the Georgia game. How important was it to have Peyton there and to have guys like Peyton come back?
Well, very important, and our former players have been outstanding and very, very supportive, and they see what's being built here. They see it, and they want to be a part of it, and Peyton is one of those individuals. He texted me Friday night during a team meeting and said, I'll be there to support you on Saturday. I read it to the football team in our team meeting, and that's what we talk about, one Tennessee. But the former players have been so supportive. Last night, I bet you had about 40 text messages, because they can see the progress and they understand how to build a culture, because especially our former players that are in the National Football League, they know, and Peyton's one of those individuals. He's a great spokesperson for our football family, and our players love seeing him around.
Now, knowing Peyton, was he drawing up plays and slipping you notes during the game, or did he leave you alone?
No, ironically, I'm sitting in the locker room before the game, and he comes in, and I got him up on the board because we're talking about his 1-minute drill versus the Seahawks and the play calling, and there's one particular play they ran 3 times in a row that I've been waiting to ask him about, so he was clinicking me that before the game.
How about that? He always does. Florida this week, obviously the SEC home opener, a very big game for this Tennessee
program.
Looking
forward to it. Ready to go back to work. Our players are looking forward to it. The atmosphere is going to be electric. A big recruiting weekend for us, but again, another chance to compete against a rival, SEC. Our divisional game. It's very, very important. And that was my message to the team after the game, is this will hurt, but we come in on Sunday, it's all eyes, all focus on Florida and whatever we have to do to win the football game, and we're going to need our crowd. It's a noon game, so everyone needs to get up early. We need that home field advantage, and we have to have a great week of preparation, and I'm excited for this upcoming game.
Coach, thanks. Have a good week, and have good luck against the Florida Gators coming up.
Thanks, Bob.
We'll come back to show you some highlights from Tennessee, Georgia next on The Butch Jones Show.
Fans, tune in every Monday night from 8 to 9 p.m. for the Big Orange Hotline. Join Bob Kessling and Pat Ryan as they break down each and every Tennessee football game. That's the Big Orange Hotline, every Monday night live from Dead End Barbecue in West Knoxville.
Everybody stands at Sanford Stadium. And ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're listening in Big Orange Country on this Saturday, it's football time in Tennessee. Hurd waiting for the snap. He'll take off running left, gets to the corner, gets a first down to midfield and into Georgia territory. And Worley out of the shotgun. He's going to fire a little bubble screen. Josh Malone catches to the Georgia 40. It's down, the kick on the way, spinning to the uprights, and that kick is going to be good. Fires over the middle, seam pass complete up to midfield. They'll try Hurd up the middle. Hurd is going to be stuffed. He fights close to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee! Jalen Hurd with second effort gets into the end zone, and the Volunteers in the first quarter lead Georgia 9-0. What a drive by Justin Worley in the Tennessee offense. Mason steps up, fires, intercepted at the 47-yard line. A diving attempt by Todd Kelly Jr. Delay handoff. Tailback up the middle, making some running room is Jalen Hurd out to the 30 and taken down at the 34-yard line. Worley again, draw play, tailback, Hurd going right, gets to the 40, Hurd to the 45 into the 50 and jumps out of bounds. Back to throw, Worley, looks, fires, left corner, end zone, Kroom, does he have it, inbounds, yes! Touchdown, Tennessee! He going up, makes the interception, Cam Sutton at the 28-yard line. Fires long for the end zone, the pass caught, Pig Howard, touchdown! What a throw by Worley, the Pig Howard! Worley back to throw. Over the middle, the pass is going to be a diving catch down at the Georgia 42 by Ethan Wolf. Worley back to throw again. Has time, over the middle again, a pass complete to Jason Kroom down to the 14-yard line. Worley looks that way, fires, pass, back corner of the end zone is caught. Touchdown, Marquess North. What a battle it was today between the hedges as the Georgia Bulldogs will hang on. 35-32 win over the Tennessee Volunteers.
Welcome back. We're with John Bryce from VolQuez.com. It was a battle yesterday, wasn't it?
An incredible battle for the Vols yesterday, and I thought that Tennessee showed a lot. I thought that Tennessee showed that it's growing up a lot quicker than many of us expected.
Too much Todd Gurley, though. He's an outstanding running back, and when Georgia really needed him to make a play, he made a play.
Well, and that's the difference in a program that's in its second year under head coach Butch Jones versus a program that has the veteran-most coach in the SEC right now in Mark Richt. They have more of those playmakers, and they've been in more of those situations. But I thought Tennessee did a lot of growing up Saturday between the hedges. And again, I think this is a program that's arriving sooner rather than later.
And I think Jalen Hurd kind of put his stamp on the fact he's going to be somebody to be reckoned with going forward.
Yeah, a 100-yard rushing effort in his SEC debut game. First time that had been done since Jamal Lewis in 1997 by a Tennessee freshman. I'd said going into the game that I thought Hurd could have 100 yards, that I thought he would be a big factor. And then I talked to Mike Bajakian midweek, and he definitely felt that Hurd was poised for a breakout. And I thought Mike Bajakian really had a fantastic game for Tennessee. And when you're talking about getting 400 yards offense and 32 points on the road, playing that many freshmen, it's just really, again, a testament to how well coached this Tennessee football team is.
Indeed. When we come back here on the Butch Jones Show, we'll ask the coach with Zach Azzani.
It's time to announce the AutoZone player of the game. Get in the zone, AutoZone. In the zone for Tennessee was Justin Worley. The senior completed 23 of 35 passes for 264 yards and 3 touchdowns against Georgia. Congratulations to Justin Worley, our AutoZone player of the game. For the auto parts, accessories, and advice you need, get in the zone, AutoZone.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Vol Network Home Entertainment. From Pat Summitt to Peyton Manning, Vol Network Home Entertainment has the greatest moments on DVD.
By Humana, over 50 years of experience in the healthcare industry. Humana, your partner in health.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
And by the Tennessee Education Lottery. Proud to have raised over $3 billion for education programs in Tennessee. It's time now for Ask the Coach, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, a proud corporate sponsor of the Vols. Visit them online at academy.com.
Welcome back to Ask the Coach, presented by Academy. This week I'm joined by wide receivers coach Zach Azzanni. Coach Azzanni, your question comes from Josh Reese. He asks, what's it like to be the caretaker of wide receiver U?
That's a great question. Well, it's a big responsibility. I think as a receiver coach, this is a dream job to be labeled the caretaker of one of the most storied receiver positions in all of college football. So it's a great responsibility. It's one I don't take lightly. It starts in recruiting the right people to come here and play that position. And then it starts with our daily grind as wideouts to make sure that we don't let everyone else down that came and played before us.
What do you think it means for a guy to be a wide receiver at Tennessee and to wear the power tee every Saturday?
Hopefully it means a great deal. You know, and I've been really, really conscious of trying to rebuild that in these last year and a half. There's such a great tradition of playing wide receiver here that I wanted to make sure that not only the recruits that were coming here knew that, but also the kids that were currently sitting in that meeting room. So we've done a lot of things, old wide receivers coming back to talk to our guys, showing them highlights of old wide receivers playing, the Carl Pickens, Alvin Harpers, the Peerless Prices. I mean, the list goes on and on. Joey Kent is a great ambassador of our program. Even Peyton Manning coming back in the summer and talking to our kids about what wide receiver U means. So they understand, wow, this is a big deal. I cannot let these guys down. I don't want to be the group, the player, the year to go backwards. I want to keep that tradition alive, and so far so good, and it's building every year.
Will you talk about your coaching philosophy and kind of your mindset going into each and every practice?
Yeah, well, you know what, our goal this year and our theme, if you will, has been one. So every day we're just taking one play at a time, one meeting at a time, and with a group of young receivers, you have to do that. You can't look ahead. So we approach every day like it's a Super Bowl going out on a practice field, and we have to. We can't have days off. We can't have lull days or flat days. We have to come out with a lot of energy and juice, and the only way to do that is just take it one day at a time. So that's how we approach each and every day.
Are you seeing teammates coaching teammates when you're out there? So let's talk about Jason Kroon. Let's talk about Alton Howard. Yeah. Are you seeing that relationship?
I am, yeah, I am. And that's something that's very important to me. We didn't have that last year because they weren't sure of the expectations that I had yet and Coach Jones had yet. But now they're spitting back the language and they're able to spit it back to each other. So they're able to coach each other because they know what I expect on each and every play. They know techniques, they know fundamentals, so now they're able to spit back that language nice and direct to each other and coach each other. Whereas a year ago, they were just waiting for me to critique them because they weren't sure yet. So it's been going good.
And at the end of the season, what do you hope that these guys will look back on and either say about you or their time at Tennessee or really just this season?
Well, hopefully after every season, after every career that a wide receiver here plays for me, whatever happens during that season, I want them to say, Coach Z, he squeezed every bit of energy, every bit of talent, everything he could get out of me, he got out of me. He pushed me to my limit every day. There wasn't one day where I said, hey, what's wrong with Coach? Every day I'm going to bring it. I'm going to have a ton of energy. They got to ride my coattails. And I hope they look back and say, you know what, Coach, I appreciate you pushing me because I truly believe that translates into wins on and off the field.
Well, Coach Azzanni, thank you for being the caretaker of wide receiver U, and good luck.
Thank you.
Zach Azzanni has a bunch of different receivers that can do a bunch of different things.
You can find me on the practice field just about every day drifting over to Zach Azzanni's area of the field because it's so entertaining to watch him coach those guys, and he has so many innovative techniques. One of the other things he did this summer that I thought was really special was that he had his former wide receivers from Wisconsin, Florida, Central Michigan, all over the country write letters to his current wide receivers, and then they would meet at Zach's house and talk about what those letters meant to them and just sort of upholding the standard. He's got photos through the years of all of his great wide receivers making significant plays, and I asked him, I said, so does that mean you already have Marquez North hanging on your wall from South Carolina last year? He does, Bob.
Yeah, indeed, and they're getting better too. That's the one thing about it, and Zach Azzanni is one of the top receiver coaches in the country. When we come back, we'll look ahead to the Florida Gators here on the Butch Jones Show.
Time now for the Tennessee Top 5, brought to you by Hyundai.
Trailing in the game 10-7. Mason steps up, fires, intercepted at the 47-yard line. A diving attempt by Todd Kelly Jr. Back to throw, Worley, looks, fires, left corner, end zone. Kroon, does he have it? Inbounds, yes! Touchdown, Tennessee! They'll try Hurd up the middle. Hurd is going to be stuffed. He fights close to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee! Worley in the shotgun. Back to throw. Looks right. Sets up. Fires long for the end zone. The pass caught. Big Howard, touchdown! Back to the right. Worley looks that way. Fires. Pass. Back corner of the end zone is caught. Touchdown, Marquez North.
For the Vols, it's all about One Tennessee. On sale now at participating retailers is the official Tennessee football fan shirt for 2014. Be a part of One Tennessee and pick up your shirt today. One Tennessee, presented by Dish. It's time for the First Tennessee First Look, a scouting report and look ahead at the Vols' upcoming opponent. Brought to you by First Tennessee Bank, the official bank of the Vols.
Next up for Tennessee, a noon kickoff against the Florida Gators at Neyland Stadium. Florida coming off a big loss against Alabama 2 weeks ago, and this is a Florida team talented but hadn't played very well.
No, particularly on offense, the Gators have not played well. Jeff Driscoll didn't even have 100 yards passing in that game at Alabama. The Gators do expect to have left tackle DJ Humphreys back. They've got a couple of question marks on defense, Michael Taylor and Leon Orr. Then they lost a backup running back, Mark Herndon, for the season.
And so Tennessee and Florida kick off at noon Saturday at Neyland Stadium. Hope to see you there. Just a few tickets left. Go to uttix.com, and we'll show you all the highlights next week here on The Butch Jones Show.
This has been a presentation of the Vol Network, produced by IMG, the world's premier sports, media, and entertainment company. Produced at the Huster Broadcast Center.